Tonight, hundreds of thousands of people in Palestine are desperately trying to evacuate to safety as the Israeli military prepares for what they call a massive ground attack of Gaza. The U.S. and world leaders are working to avoid a potential humanitarian crisis before the military operation gets underway. NewsDesk reporter Eric Mock is at the live desk with more. Eric, you're tracking all of this for us.
That's right, Eric. Israel is amassing troops and supplies on the border with Gaza, preparing for that anticipated ground invasion to try and decimate Hamas. That's 1 week after Hamas launched its deadliest attack into Israel. That surprise attack killed 1,300 Israelis, most of them civilians, and Hamas fighters took dozens of hostages back to Gaza with them. The Gaza Health Ministry says more than 2,300 Palestinians have been killed since the fighting started, many from Israeli airstrikes. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin laid out why a ground invasion into Gaza will be challenging for Israeli forces.
This is an urban environment, and this is probably a three-dimensional battle because, as you know, Hamas has constructed a number of tunnels under the city, and so if they conduct a campaign into the city, a land campaign, they'll have to account for that. They've done this before. They've learned lessons, and so they really have to think this through, and I think they will.
Now, while the U.S. has given its full support to Israeli military retaliation against Hamas, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the U.S. is continually urging Israel to avoid killing Palestinian civilians as much as possible.
Israel has the right, indeed it has the obligation, to defend itself against these attacks from Hamas and to try to do what it can to make sure that this never happens again. As I said in Tel Aviv, as President Biden has said, the way that Israel does this matters. Needs to do it in a way that affirms the shared values that we have for human life and human dignity.
Now, Iran's foreign minister warned that an Israeli ground invasion in Gaza would force Iran to intervene, likely expanding the war to other parts of the Middle East. The U.S. has now sent 2 aircraft carriers to the Mediterranean Sea to deter Iran, Hezbollah, and other actors from getting involved. Meanwhile, Israel warns civilians living in North Gaza to evacuate ahead of their operation. Israeli leaders deny allegations that they've targeted civilians trying to evacuate, instead placing the blame on Hamas.
What I am able to say with confidence, because we have asked, is that the IDF did not purposely strike in that area. There was no targeting of vehicles, there was no targeting of civilians, specifically because we want we don't target civilians anyhow.
And President Biden urged Israel on Sunday to limit civilian casualties in this massive ground invasion. He wrote on X, formerly Twitter, Sunday, quote, "We must not lose sight of the fact that the overwhelming majority of Palestinians had nothing to do with Hamas's appalling attacks and are suffering as a result of them." The U.S. also urged Israel to delay the start of this ground operation to allow the 1.1 million people living in the north more time to evacuate, as more and more countries are sounding the alarm on the growing humanitarian crisis this invasion is causing for the people of Gaza. Reporting at the live desk, Eric Mock, Fox 5 News.